Most foreign founders think an accountant is just someone who files taxes once a year. In Japan, that mindset is what gets you hit with penalties, visa problems, and angry letters from the tax office. Your accountant isn't just handling your taxes. They're touching everything that determines whether your business survives in Japan. This includes everything from your visa renewal to that bank loan you desperately need. Not to mention if you ever need to apply for a subsidy, your accounting books needs to be spotless. But in Japan, what most foreign founders do instead is they neglect their accounting until it's too late. They send some receipts at the end of the year, sign whatever comes back, and thinks everything is solved. They assume the accountant will handle everything, even when they send documents late, in the wrong format, or incomplete. And they definitely don't understand what the accountant actually does versus what the founder is still responsible for. The results, at least from what we can see, are messy books that blocks the founder's next big move in Japan. We've seen this happen. Founders who thought everything was fine until 2 weeks before the filing deadline, their accountant drops the news. Is preventable? All of it. So today, I'm walking you through 5 specific tips that will change how you work with Japanese accountants. By the end of this video, you'll know how to choose the right accountant, set clear expectations, keep your records clean, respect Japanese timelines, and use your accountant as a strategic partner instead of a last-minute firefighter. Your books will stay clean, your taxes will be on time, and your business manager visa won't be put at risk because of sloppy accounting. One important note before we start, this video is not about DIY tax advice or replacing a licensed professional. It's about how to work with Japanese accountants effectively as a foreign founder. Let's get into it. Before we dive deeper into the video, let me introduce you to the team behind SmartStart Japan, your trusted partner for launching and growing businesses in Japan. First, there's Tyson Bettino, our co-founder and resident mentor. Tyson has extensive experience advising startups, having worked with over 35 companies through 500 Global, helping them scale successfully in Japan. Next, we have Taejin, or TJ, our co-founder and incorporation expert. Fluent in both Japanese and English, TJ has helped more than 25 companies with their incorporation processes and secured over 40 loans and subsidies for foreign entrepreneurs. And as for me, I'm Heiken Wong. I'm the marketing manager who ensures our clients get the best support for incorporation, subsidies, and other operational needs. Together, our team is dedicated to simplifying the complexities of starting a business in Japan, so you can focus on what matters most, growing your startup. This content is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute professional advice. We make no warranties regarding accuracy or completeness. Use of this information is strictly at your own risk. We are not liable for any damages or consequences. Please contact us for a formal consultation or consult a qualified expert before taking action. Tip 1. Choose the right Japanese accountant. Don't just pick the cheapest accountant or the first one who answers in English. You need someone who understands foreign-owned companies and your visa situation. Let's start with the basics. A Zeirishi, that's a licensed tax accountant in Japan, typically handles your corporate tax filing, consumption tax, local taxes, sometimes payroll and year-end adjustments. But not all accountants are the same. Solo practitioners work differently than firms. Some are data entry services, others are advisory-oriented and actually guide you through decisions. For foreign founders, there are 3 non-negotiable criteria. First, the accountant should have experience with foreign-owned KKs or GKs. Second, they should be able to communicate in English or another shared language, at least for key decisions and summaries. And finally, they should be familiar with immigration and banking expectations, because how clean your books are directly affects visa renewals and loan applications. Well, that is if you need a business manager visa. So that's the basics. But what are some red flags to watch for? Well, there are also 3. If an accountant says, don't worry, just send everything at year-end, walk away. If they have no clear scope or pricing list, that's a problem. If they discourage questions or seem annoyed that you don't understand Japanese tax concepts, find someone else. Good signs? They ask about your business model, your visa status, your future plans. Not just last year's revenue, they propose a monthly or quarterly review rhythm instead of disappearing for 11 months. And they already work with other foreign clients and can share anonymized examples of how they've helped people in your situation. Here's your takeaway. The right accountant is a partner who understands foreign founders and your visa situation, not just someone who pushes forms in front of you once a year. Tip 2. Set scope, deliverables, and fees clearly. Clearly, most problems come from assumptions. You think your accountant handles everything. They assume you're handling payroll, social insurance, or bookkeeping. Fix this on day 1. Ask directly, what exactly is included in the monthly fee? Typical items to clarify: monthly bookkeeping versus just year-end aggregation, corporate tax return, consumption tax, local and inhabitant taxes, payroll calculation and social insurance filings, year-end adjustments for employees, support if the tax office has questions or launches an audit, define responsibilities on both sides. What you must provide monthly: bank statements, invoices, receipts, payroll data. Format and deadline for sending documents, like by the 10th of the following month via a cloud folder. What they will send you: monthly reports, trial balance, year-end forecast, tax estimates. You will also need to understand the fee structure. Is it fixed monthly, tiered by revenue or number of transactions? Are there extra fees for amendments or late documents? Ask for examples. If I hire my first employee, how does the fee change? Put it in writing, even a simple one-page summary in English and Japanese with scope, deliverables, deadlines, fees, and what counts as out of scope. This isn't about distrust, it's about clarity. Your takeaway: clear scope and written expectations turn your accountant relationship from confusing and reactive into predictable and professional. Tip 3. Keep your books clean and separate from day one. Your accountant can't magically fix chaos. Clean inputs equal good outputs. Messy inputs equal higher fees, delays, and risk for your visa, subsidies, and loans. Start by separating business and personal money. Open a dedicated corporate bank account as soon as possible. Don't pay business expenses from personal cards or mix everything together. If you must use personal funds early on, document it clearly as a director loan or capital injection. Use simple systems, cloud accounting software recommended by your accountant. They probably already have a preferred system. Standard naming for invoices and receipts. Date, vendor, amount, short English description. Keep digital copies, especially of paper receipts. Japan loves paper, but scans are your backup. Establish a monthly rhythm. Don't wait until Kasan, your fiscal year end. Send documents monthly or at least quarterly. Ask for a short monthly summary, cash position, key expenses, any red flags. Why does this matter so much in Japan? For visa renewals, subsidies, and bank loans, authorities often ask for clean financial statements and evidence that you're a real operating business. Ugly books or missing receipts equal extra questions and slower approvals, sometimes rejections. Your takeaway? The best way to work well with a Japanese accountant is to not make them clean up a disaster every year. Clean, separated records save money and protect your business. Tip 4. Respect Japanese timelines and communication style. Japan runs on deadlines and documentation. Your accountant is juggling many clients, so your responsiveness directly affects the quality of their work for you. Understand the key milestones: your fiscal year end, Kesan, filing deadlines for corporate tax, consumption tax, and local taxes. Busy seasons, often March to May for many accountants, where last-minute changes are very painful. Agree on internal deadlines earlier than legal ones. If the legal deadline is 2 months after Kesan, agree to finalize numbers 1 month before that. This gives room for corrections, questions, and translation. Communication style tips: confirm important decisions and numbers in writing. Email, shared document, whatever works. Be concise and polite, but don't be afraid to ask why or can you explain this in simpler terms. If something is urgent, say so clearly and give the desired deadline. On language and translations, ask for English short summaries of major documents. What is this tax notice about? What action is required? By when? Offer to create a simple glossary. Here's what I mean by X in English. What's the Japanese term you use? Your takeaway? Respecting Japanese timelines and documenting decisions clearly turns your accountant from a stressed firefighter into a calm, reliable partner. Tip 5. Treat your accountant as a strategic partner, not a form filler. A good Japanese accountant can help you plan, not just report the past if you involve them early. Ask for input before big moves. Changing company structure from GK to KK. Bringing in investors, opening a new location, hiring employees, setting salary versus dividends for directors, planning large equipment purchases or marketing spends that might be subsidy eligible. Questions you should regularly ask. Is there anything in my numbers that worries you? What can I do this year to make next year's tax bill less painful legally? Are we on track for Kesan, or should I change anything now? Connect your accountant with your other partners, your immigration lawyer, your incorporation consultant, your subsidy advisor, or the SmartStart Japan team. When these people communicate, you avoid conflicting advice. Visa strategy and tax strategy need to align. Mindset shift. Don't think, I'm paying them just to file forms. Why bother them more? Think, I'm paying for access to someone who understands the Japanese system better than I ever will. Use that expertise. Your takeaway: the founders who get the most value from Japanese accountants ask for advice before making decisions, not after the damage is done. Common questions. Quick rapid fire on the questions we hear most. Do I really need a Japanese accountant if my business is small? Technically, you might be able to do some filings yourself, but forms and guidance are mostly in Japanese. Mistakes can cost more than the accountant's fee. And if you have or plan to have a business manager visa, clean professional filings are a big plus. For most foreign founders running a KK or GK, yes, you should have one. Can I change accountants later if I'm unhappy? Yes. But you'll need to transfer past records and explain your situation to the new accountant. It's easier if your own records are clean and organized. Don't wait until right before Kessan to switch. Do it right after filings if possible. What if my accountant doesn't speak much English? Options. Ask if someone in the firm can act as a bridge, maybe junior staff with better English. Use written summaries and translation tools for simple items, and schedule bilingual calls for critical topics. If communication breakdowns are constant, consider switching to someone more used to foreign clients. Most accountant problems are actually communication and expectation problems, and they're fixable. To wrap things up, let's look at keys to working smoothly with Japanese accountants. First, try to choose an accountant who has experience with foreign founders. Second, make sure to agree on a clear scope and fees upfront. Third, keep your business books clean and separate from personal spending. If you're feeling unsure about your current setup or just need some guidance, reach out to us at SmartStart Japan. Depending on your situation, we can help handle your accounting directly, introduce you to the right specialist, or just answer any other questions you have about doing business here. In Japan, your accountant isn't just a cost, they're part of your survival kit. Work with them the right way, and you'll save time, money, and a lot of stress.